Okay, we are here at Vienna Comic Con in Austria.
Hello everybody.
And we have here Achdé, artist of Lucky Luke. Or, as he says it, Lucky Luke.
Oh no, I'm not Lucky Luke. Maybe for my wife to say you're shot too quickly.
Okay, I didn't need that.
Cut it! Cut it!
Okay, so my first question would be, is this your first time in Austria or in Vienna?
No. It's
Really?
Yeah, it's one time because I had an exhibition in Krems, and during three years we worked on it. Exhibition after exhibition. The reason why I came here, and I signed in 2010 or something like that in Alliance Française.
Oh, I see.
Yes, but it's always a pleasure to come because the Austrian people are really open, very sympathetic, and they are great readers. Always open on the new comic strip, and I was really very surprised because they are so welcoming with me and with Lucky Luke. It's incredible, sincerely, and they are really very quiet. It's a pleasure to be here.
I would say you had a pretty big queue yesterday, an even bigger one today. I mean, one of my friends got like number 17 for your sketch queue.
I'm sorry.
It's like, wow, that's like popularity. That's what popularity is.
Yeah. But I think Lucky Luke is known by everybody, and it was for me at the beginning when I knew that I was coming here for a Comic Con, and often the Comic Con are for the superhero series and for one sort of comic strip, and not for the usual traditional comic strip like Lucky Luke. And they wanted to come here. They wanted really, and so I accepted, and it was really surprising for me because in my head I thought that I will be there.
Yeah.
I will be there, but to do a figuration, you see what I mean?
I see, yeah.
And to stay on my table and to sign for
hours.
Yeah, for a word, for a little hour, for few people who love really Lucky Luke, and they read everything. And it was very surprising because yesterday my line was incredible, and it was funny because the American author looked at me and said, "Who's that guy?" We win against the Trump USA.
That's a funny one. Yeah, even I was in your line, which was really big after me. Hopefully, luckily, hope for me. I felt like Lucky Luke yesterday. But anyway, let's get back to the questions. When did you exactly start on Lucky Luke? The first time you started on Lucky Luke?
In fact, I started by Contemplon during the period when Maurice was alive.
Okay.
And after this, I stopped, of course, Contemplon. And after 6 months, received a call by my publisher and by the family, Maurice, and they asked me if I would want to continue Lucky Luke because Maurice asked in his testament the continuity of Euro. It was very surprising, sincerely, because it was the first great hero to never die. Before the characters were dying with their hope, like Tintin. And for the first time, an author said, "I want to run away with another guy." It was very exceptional, and it was a great surprise for everybody, for the people, for the readers, for the little work of publishers and the comic strip. And I had the great chance to be this guy.
Yeah, it's amazing that you got chosen like by the family, I guess.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to ask you if I just heard from your panel just half an hour before this interview that you were a doctor before becoming an artist, like full time, and you.
It's not exactly doctor. I prefer to explain it. It's another job. In fact, I have the medical formation.
I see.
Okay, and especially in the medical images. So I was a specialist of X-ray, echography, radiotherapy, and scintigraphy. I don't know if you know this name. In fact, it's using isotope to discover some problem with different parts of the disease. Yeah. Anyway, after about it was a good job, really a good job. I had a good money for me, but I wanted to do the job, to be a journalist. My life was always around the comic strip, and when I met my wife after maybe 8 months, she told me, when she saw me drawing
all the time.
Yeah, and she told me, try it. If you never try, certainly you will have regrets.
Yeah.
Yes. And I tried. And after 6 years.
6 years?
Yeah, after 6 years. During this time, I have worked in illustration, advertising, so arrived.
Not really comic stuff.
Yeah. Yes, and like that, I had the chance to be chosen by a publisher, and my first series was a success. The beginning of the third album, incredible. And,
was it with Dargo too?
Yes,
Yeah.
always Dargo.
Okay.
And, but I'm always fidel
Okay.
to Dargo.
So you're faithful to.
Yeah, because I have, for me, I thank you always for
That
the trust,
I
the trust in me. Without them, I wouldn't be here.
I see.
Yeah,
Those are some big words. So
yeah.
thank Dargo for that.
Yeah, thank Dargo and thank Asterix, because Asterix was the main publication in Dargo, and with the money of Asterix, the publisher can publish a new artist. The reason why we must think to the other always. I don't come from the new generation who say, I am alone, I am a great artist, nobody give me anything. No. We must thank always somebody and the other.
Yeah.
With my Lucky Luke, the publisher receive money, can put this money for the new production, with a new artist, with a young artist, try to
change something,
to make experience. It's normal. It's a sort of fiction.
Yeah, that's really good to hear. I mean, it's not like in the American market where they're always trying to rotate artists on every title, so people don't get bored with the same the same art.
Yeah, Maurice. So it was important to have only one artist, because when you are sort of not a father, but something like that, with the characters, you fight for him.
Yeah.
You earn him. You see his spirits, and you can discuss with the publisher to give the good way to say if this a new scenario is good or not. because you are the feeling with your characters.
Yeah.
I think the difference between us and the American system, it's in fact you are a very good artisan. You see the different
I see.
artist and artisan between American are very good artisan, but in fact they can pass by Superman, another week Batman, another week Spider-Man. They don't care, and they can be only for the sketches, another for the inking. No, in France you are alone with your character,
Yeah.
and you must fight for it.
Yeah. And you must earn the right to draw that character.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah. And how was it to follow after Morris? Follow Morris, drawing Lucky Luke and stuff. Everything Lucky Luke from after Morris's death. Did it have a kind of pressure on you? Did you feel the pressure?
Of course. Imagine the first time I greet you, Antonio. It's and for me, you have heard the panel. What example?
Yeah.
It's like for a young amateur guitarist who received Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
Him, this evening you will be on the chair on the stage with us for the concert. Imagine. It was the same thing for me.
Yeah.
Of course, it's laughing for the young generation, but for me, Maurice, Uderzo, Franquin was a genius. And the reason why it was really original, it's not a simple sentence, it's the reality.
All the big Franco-Belgian artists.
Yeah. I think it's the same thing for a young American artist who meet
sure.
Steve Ditko or John Lisnau.
Yeah, I agree. There was this moment yesterday when a friend of mine asked if you can draw a Lucky Luke with a cigarette on. I know. Sorry, I had to ask this. And you told a really funny story. Maybe you can, simplify it down for us. Why you can't do that?
Lucky Luke stopped to smoke in 1983.
Yes.
Okay.
That was a long time ago.
1983. All I use this time.
Yeah.
But it's funny because in fact during this period, American studio wanted to make a cartoon around Lucky Luke, and of course it was illegal to show characters smoking a cigarette in a cartoon. The reason why Maurice accepted to stop the situation. Then he received a medal from the OMS, World Health Assistant.
I think
OMS. I don't know the name in English. And so it was in the front of the wall.
Yeah.
He can show anything. He received this medal, great honor. He can come back on the cigarette. So for me, it's normal.
It's like a censorship, something like that, right? You couldn't show Lucky Luke with a
No, sincerely, first because his wife is yet alive.
So
but for me, I want to respect the decision of the father. He was a creature. It's normal. I am not. It was very presumptuous to say no. I do it. No, stupid. And the times are changing. And with the cinema, with the TV, it's more easy for the characters. A man with a cigarette is a bad guy.
Yeah. People look at that way, and also you mentioned that a lot of children would see him as an idol, Lucky Luke, and they wouldn't really like to see, or they would like to try what he is doing. I mean, I hope he's not. I hope they're not trying to shoot somebody. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I see what you mean.
What I can say to the young artists, you say?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I don't think, I'm sorry.
A lot of kids like Lucky Luke, and they don't like to see him smoke because they might try smoking too.
Yeah.
But I was just joking about. I hope they don't try to shoot some people with a gun.
Yes, but I explained to the publisher, to the other, if one time they asked me, if they will ask me to stop the gun with Lucky Luke, I stop the series. It's stupid.
Yeah, it is.
A Western.
It's like not the character.
I remember an association during a session, a silent session, arrived and tell me it would be better to show Lucky Luke with an apron.
Ah,
you
okay.
see, because it's hard for the horses. You see. But I explained them, I agree with you. But at this time,
it's not happening.
it's a thing.
Yeah.
What can I say? With a gun, with a dad, with a horse. American want the Indian talk in the Shakespeare language. It's completely stupid because historically, in fact, the first talk with Indian was French, and they used, in fact, because you know, before the white man in USA, the different nation, when they want to talk both, use the language by hands.
Yes.
So the French try to put a word on each movement.
Okay.
They say the sun, okay, sun, and like that, they can give lesson of French.
Yes.
Or English, but at the beginning it was French. Each word for each movement. So when the first Indian nation talk in a European language, they talk like that. No verb, no conjugation. It was very simple, and it was normal. No, the Americans say it's politically incorrect. It's very funny for me because when I look, actually, it's the position against Indians, against black people, and the election of Mr. Trump, I think it's certainly completely hypocrite.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, Europe is much more tolerant with these things. They're not like the Americans. Yeah.
In fact, we are pragmatic for something. It's so easy to say, oh, they prefer to say Afro-Americans and black people. They prefer it, but they kill them in the street. The police kill them. For example, two chemical bombs are prohibited in USA because they show Afro-American with big lips.
Oh yeah.
And I answered to the English publisher. My answer was straight. I said, all the black people in USA are not the same like Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
I agree.
And when I was in China, for example, I remember it was a big master class with maybe 1,000 or 2,000
a lot of people.
I
see.
But the government, the camera was kept by the government.
Ah, okay.
And suddenly, the question: why do you draw Chinese people with big teeth? What can I say? So it was really simple for me. I draw a white man, what he means, with a big nose. After O'Hara with big ears, everybody laughed. After I'm drawing an Indian with big nose, everybody laughed. After a black man, everybody, and after I finished by a Chinese, and everybody laughed.
Yeah.
And they applauded. They understood that I give no difference between the character.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody has the same stares.
Yeah, I agree with you because this is Europe. That's American. It's I mean, if you would, you know, I'm Hungarian. If you would caricature the Hungarians, I wouldn't say a word. Because we Europeans are not like that.
Yeah.
In the USA, in China, maybe there are people like, yeah, but you know, yeah, that's just it. My last question is a really controversial one. I heard what you said about the Lucky Luke movies and the TV series on the panel. So I would just wanted to ask you about them because I really like them, but it's certainly no Lucky Luke. I'm a big Terence Hill fan, but I agree with you that's not really Lucky Luke.
No, it's so difficult. I was really sad about the movie with Jean Dujardin because they had all the money, a good pictures. The costumes were perfect. The characters are really spectacular and exactly in the sense of the series. They were in Argentina in landscape exactly like in the best Western Lucky Luke, and they broke the spirit of the convoy.
I see.
And it was stupid because they had everything and they are broken. The only one thing was to release the spirit of the character.
I see. Which is the most important?
Yeah. Lucky Luke is a legend. It was so easy to follow the dream. But working with his wife, like Jean Dujardin, is never good because
oh, really?
Yeah, for him.
Okay.
It's a great problem in France when the cinema take a movie. The author from the comic strip, I get away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're nothing for them. They never ask me some question. They never call me. We have a problem with the picture.
Yes.
No, we pay. We do what we want.
They shouldn't have asked you for a storyboard artist or something like that because it's like a no-brainer. I mean,
yeah, but it's very strange that.
They just didn't.
Yeah, for me, in fact, it's like that. But as a result, it's only 1 or 2 million people. And,
it's just 2 million people.
Just
it's not that many.
They are only just to pay the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really a success. It's very difficult. Sincerely, it's very difficult to realize a good movie from a comic strip here.
I see.
For the superhero, it's completely different because with the special effect you can do everything. But for Lucky Luke,
you need the humor, you need the character, the essence of the character.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, reason why.
Well, that should be your last word. So thank you very much for the.
Thank you. It was my pleasure, and thank you for good questions. Very different as the French questions.
Okay.
Yes.
I hope.
Okay.
I hope I will do.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.